a video about, we're gonna do a tag. This tag was given to me by a member of our Geeks and Beauties group, Bethany. If you don't know about Geeks and Beauties, it's our Facebook community. We were on Google Plus and we changed over to Facebook, and it's been amazing on Facebook because it's really blown up into this really like awesome interactive community. If you're interested in joining Geeks and Beauties, we're online entrepreneurs, content creators, basically supporting each other in our stuff. Look for that information down below if you want to join. For this tag, we're doing the 7 deadly sins. We're also going to be at the end of the video doing a comparison of Kylie Jenner versus Colourpop, so make sure you stay till the end of the video so you can see that. But for this tag, I basically tag all of you to do this as well, but anyone that I'm participating in the tag with, I'm going to link their videos down below. If you happen to do the tag, make sure you comment down below and tell me you did it so that I can go and see your video and add it to this one. All right? Awesome. So honestly, this tag is for beauty people. I'm not going to lie. Marshall is doing it with me though, because that's what he does.
A co-host.
That's what he does.
Yeah.
We're starting to kind of veer away from beauty for the beauty genre, if you will, for our channel. We still are going to do makeup in a movie, but as far as like reviews and hauls, they're really going to be few and far between because we're focusing more on like unboxings and travel videos and pop culture, entertainment, that kind of thing, and planners and organizations. So yes, this will still be a part of our channel, but there are some changes coming and we're just kind of refocusing as to what we're doing. Yeah, I will leave all the questions for this tag down below as well so that you guys can do it. But let's jump in. And so this is the 7 deadly sins of beauty tag, and here are the questions. The first one is greed. What is your most inexpensive beauty item and what is your most expensive? So most inexpensive beauty item for me is this. This is the e.l.f. eyelid primer and it's about $2. Most of the e.l.f. stuff is $1, but I don't really own a lot of that stuff anymore. I use the stuff that's $2 or $3 or $6. So this is my favorite eyelid primer ever. I've used Too Faced Shadow Insurance. I've used Urban Decay Primer Potion. I feel like this is the best that you can buy, and for $2, it's amazing.
She's always talked about how much she's liked ELF.
Eyes Up's face, if you didn't know what e.l.f. stands for. My most expensive is probably these ones. Now, this actually may not be true. At the time I was putting these questions together, these were the most expensive. However, I did receive some Bobbie Brown stuff, and if you're interested in that video, I will link it down below for you where we did a haul. Those actually might be my most expensive, but I didn't look up the prices on all of it, so I can't really tell you. So it's either Bobbie Brown or my Too Faced palettes. I don't know. I am a huge fan of this. They're now a collecting for me, is to get these bigger palettes.
She wants them.
Love them. So I mean, right now you'll find out later. There's a couple on my wish list. So yes, Too Faced. Of these, I think I still prefer the chocolate bar to the semi-sweet, but I love this one. I love the peanut butter one. The sugar pop is okay, but I'm really interested in more palettes from
When it comes to toiletry items, like my most inexpensive is my toothpaste, because we make it here at home. It's based off of
he does. He makes his own. I use Tom's.
Yeah.
We try to have like non-preservative toothpaste.
Yeah. As far as my most expensive, it's actually the shaving soap.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because while it lasts for a good long time, those actually do cost a little bit. A little bit, not much.
Interesting. So number 2 is Wrath. What beauty products do you have a love-hate relationship with? For me, I think that's BH Cosmetics. Their palettes in the past, I feel like have been a little but recently they came out with some really good ones, like the Zombie palette, I believe we used in the Bride and Prejudice and Zombies video, and then they have one that I haven't used yet, Carly Bible. The Carly Bible palette is really awesome. So I don't know, I have a love-hate relationship. It's kind of a hit or miss for me, so yeah.
I don't really have that issue.
Number 3 is Gluttony. What are your most delicious beauty products? I went on scent for me. And this is kind of like a standard. This is NYX Butter Gloss, and my favorite is Eclair. It's this really beautiful peachy gloss color, and it smells. I'm gonna let you tell me what it smells like. What does it smell like?
That's nice. It's kind of got a little bit of a sugary, cakey scent.
It's frosting. Yeah.
There you go.
It smells like frosting. And so I would say that was
nice.
probably, I don't know if it's under Gluttony, but It's most delicious. I love the way it smells.
It's tasty smelling.
Yeah, yeah. Do you have anything that's kind of tasty like that?
Well, actually, there's this stuff that you've been giving me. It's the sugar scrub for
Oh,
my hand.
okay. So I made this body scrub. I had seen some recipe online. I decided to try my own. It's literally 3 ingredients. It's brown sugar and coconut oil, not the kind that's liquidy, the kind that's more of a solid but can turn into a liquid, and then essential oils. And for him, I chose bubblegum because that's
and
what
it
he
smells
likes.
really good. Like, I will use that on my hands because we've all heard this before, I've got eczema, so I've been using that, and it just vanishes. If you don't use too much, it just vanishes into the hand, moisturizes it, exfoliates a little bit of what's not needed anymore, and it's good. It smells amazing.
Yeah, and you know, it's so cheap. Like, I think brown sugar's like $2, and then you can get the coconut oil for like $5 or $6, and essential oils for a couple bucks. And you can make multiple things out of it, like multiple containers. Yeah. Sloth. What beauty products do you neglect due to laziness? I would say that in my daily wear, I don't wear primer on my face. Mostly because I use either a BB cream or a light foundation, and I just don't feel like putting on primer because I want it to last 5 minutes. In my application, I don't want to take a long time, I just do it. However, I will set it with powder, but yeah, that's it. I just don't wear face primer. Sometimes I'll do eyeshadow primer, but face primer yeah. If I'm doing full face makeup though, I will always wear primer.
Do you see all this visual stuff? Yeah, I neglect that. Yeah.
He does. No, what do you neglect in your, like, toiletry routine, like, as a guy?
Just gonna be honest, I actually don't. I have a very tough time with floss.
Flossing is hard.
I mean, you can't see it right now because I do brush and I take care of that at least. But you know, flossing.
People
just
don't like
seems weird.
flossing. It's hard.
Ugh.
I'm with you. All right, the next one is pride. What beauty product gives you the most self-confidence? I would say for me, it's probably lipstick.
I would say it's my shaving routine, actually.
Oh, interesting. Why would you say that?
It makes me feel like I'm ready for the day.
Okay.
Like, many times what I'll end up doing is I'll shave at night, like right before I go to bed, and that, it makes my face feel better. It's cleaning off my face before I go to bed. But because my beard grows so slowly, I'll be in and I won't start developing my beard until like 3 p.m. So when everybody else gets their 5 o'clock shadow, there you go. So it's kind of my go to bed routine.
Okay.
But it makes me feel more like I'm put together.
Oh, all right. And number 6 is lust. What attributes do you find most attractive in the opposite sex? For me, it's their eyes, I think, because like you can tell a lot about a person from their eyes and what type of person they are, and I feel like I can tell if you're an honorable and trustworthy person or like you have a good personality, or if you're hiding something. You know, those are the things that are going to make me more attractive.
That seems to be a family trait, actually.
Yeah.
Because you've heard me all the time when you're talking about, like, I'm talking about some girl, I'm like, she has amazing eyes. I really like her eyes. It seems to be a family trait that we're attracted to eyes. Other traits is the smile. Yep. And then the hips.
Well, the hips. Well, I have to say that's probably why I gravitate towards palettes and lipsticks a lot of times, because it's eyes and lips. The last one, number 7, is envy. What item would you most like to receive as a gift? Alright, so we talked about the Too Faced palettes, so the next one that I want is the Too Faced Bonbon palettes, the chocolate bonbons. However, I've heard that they might be this summer, and I don't know if this is a rumor or not, but they might be coming out with the Too Faced White Chocolate palette, which I'm super excited about. They are also coming out with a Lorac Pro 3, which I've seen swatches, I think on Tati's channel, which I just started watching her. Maybe I'm late to the game on her. Tati, the Glam Life Guru. Everybody watches her. I did not until recently. And so she had swatches of the Lorac Pro 3, so I'm excited about that. So those two probably I would love to receive as a gift.
Okay. As far as I go, I had trouble thinking of any. Again, the soapstone for the shaving soap. I'm almost out of it, actually. Like, it'll probably last another week or so, but it's starting to run low.
Okay. Well, his birthday is coming up, so we have to figure out what we're gonna get for him.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there are some plans. You like it, I think.
I hope so.
All right. So what we're gonna do now is we're going to switch out Marshall with Chris, and we're gonna talk about the Kylie Jenner lip craze versus Colourpop. All right, so now we're going to talk about this whole Kylie Jenner lip craze thing that's happening. I have to confess, I was not going to be on board with this. I was not going to have any part of this sensation because I'm kind of a thrifty shopper and I'm trying to do a lot of research and be very smart about what I'm buying, especially for the channel and what I'm going to recommend to you. And to me, I could not justify spending that much on a lip product when in the back of my mind I said, why don't I just buy a $6 Colourpop lippy? But things have come out recently that have said that the same factory that makes and formulates Kylie Jenner also makes and formulate Colourpop. So people have looked at the ingredients, they're the same. So we wanted to do a comparison in quality and kind of tell you what the difference is. Now, unfortunately, I don't have a lip liner to show you, but I do have a Colourpop lippy to show you in comparison. Do you want to kind of talk about what drew you to doing this?
So basically, every woman at my workplace is obsessed with the Kylie Jenner lips stuff. I mentioned it one day to her. I'm like, hey, have you heard of this stuff? And she's like, no, what is it? And I was like, okay, let me tell you. And she was like, no. Because she looked it up and she was like, it's $29. And I'm like, oh, yeah, okay. And then, but I kept hearing they were selling out and stuff like that. And all the women at my work were getting them in because they were actually being able to order them. And they're like, we actually love it. It lasts all day. It feels really good. It's matte. And so I was like, you know, I think Laney might like it if she tries it. So one day I was at work and they were like, oh, they're on sale. Ah, they're all on their phones trying to buy it. And so I was like, went to the corner and I'm like, boop, 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 boop. But like the color that I thought she would like was sold out. So the next color I thought she might like was this other one because it was purple. She likes purple. I later learned that was probably not the best choice because the purple turned out to be quite purple. It's
dark.
The Court K one, and it's dark.
It's super dark.
It's really dark.
But you know what? He tried, and I mean, I have to be honest. The people at his work were probably so obsessed for two reasons. Number one, it's the name. It's name recognition. Granted, is it a good product? Probably. But the second reason why they were probably obsessed is because they probably didn't know about Colourpop. A lot of them don't watch our channel.
And I brought it up too, and they did not. And they were all like, what is that? And they looked at it and they're like, oh.
Yeah, because Colourpop really is right now building its brand with the beauty community. You know, if you're really into makeup, you know about Colourpop because you've been watching YouTube videos. Because Colourpop is really only a couple years old. So for the average person who probably doesn't use a lot of makeup or watch a lot of YouTube videos, Colourpop probably is not on their radar. So that's why they're spending $30 on this stuff. So we're going to educate you, people. Educate. All right, so what do we get in a kit?
In the kit, you get a liner.
Yes.
And the lipstick.
So I got my Colourpop, which is the closest color I can get to that one that I had. This is, I believe, Zipper. Yes. I don't even know if they make this one, but it is the Colourpop matte lip. It's not Matte X, I think, is a lippy. Anyway, this is the ultra matte lip cream, and then he has Court K.
Yeah, which is like a plum, really dark, deep purple.
Really dark.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to start with that, and I'm going to swatch it on the back of my hand. Let me get a wipe.
The one thing you notice right away with it is the smell.
Though that is the one thing that is different that I've noticed about this, is that this smells really good, right? It smells like frosting.
Yeah, it smells like frosting. It made me think of cupcakes.
Yeah, so we just talked about the NYX Butter Gloss. It actually smells the same as the NYX Butter Gloss, I think. This does not have that smell, I don't think.
No.
I don't think so.
No, I don't get any smell, actually.
Okay, so let's start with the lip liner, since I don't really have a comparison to that. All right, so lip liner. This is, it matches the lip product.
Yeah, it goes with that.
The lip creamish
I've
thing.
seen people use them differently. Some people just line. Some people fill their... I did not know you could do this.
You can do this.
Fill up your lips and then put this on over it.
Yes.
So most people recommend not doing that with these type of...
Because it'll slide around a little bit more,
yeah,
I found.
it doesn't stick on as well.
This is what the liner looks like. As you can tell, it's a very dark color. As you know, I don't really wear a lot of dark colors. but you know, it would be really good for just a regular liner. It will keep your color from feathering out, like maybe bleeding onto the rest of your face. So that is it. As far as application goes, it is very matte. It feels like it went on really smoothly, and obviously it does not twist up. You can use the sharpener, I think, like you can with like Urban Decay liners and things like that, to just sharpen it down through the plastic if you need it. But yeah, again, it's really like, it just goes on really well. It's very matte. I can see why people are a little gaga over this. I have used Colourpop liners, lip liners in the past, but lip liners really aren't my thing. I don't use them a lot, so I don't know, I kind of feel like this is good. The lip liner itself is probably good and has a lot of good stain quality. This, I mean, I do like how it smells. It's really, okay. So first off, it goes on a little bit gloopy. I don't know if it's because we have to like...
It's supposed to, yeah, most of the people that I've seen that use it, they say it goes on very thick and wet, and you have to put it on carefully, because it will clump up and kind of get yucky looking.
Yeah. So it is drying as I'm blowing on it. Looks like the outsides are a little wet still, but the middle part is starting to dry itself. But I can see how matte it will be. Let's keep going. Be a good color for you. He's putting it on his hand. Okay, we're still going. It's still a little bit wet.
Gosh. That was really strong.
I mean, I like things that smell good.
I smell this as I put my hand up here. Yeah, I mean, if you like that, then yeah, I mean.
Okay, so while I'm doing that, let's go ahead and put this one on and see the difference. Okay, so this one does go on a little less gloppy. It is kind of thick. But again, I've been using this one for a little while, so it may have already had a chance to kind of die down. So there it is. It's kind of just a little more purple. And the outsides are drying down.
Like a deep color. It's kind of almost like the purple on your shirt.
Yeah, almost. I'm gonna put a little bit more on so you guys can see it better. Okay, the Kylie Jenner is still drying. It's getting there. I'm trying to get it all the way dry so you can see the long-lasting power if I use a wipe to wipe it away. So far, it looks crusty on my hand. The Kylie Jenner one does.
Well, yeah, have
this one right here,
thick and stuff.
It looks like it's getting crusty. There's actually a part on the outside of it which is like a lot of it. It's like gloopy and it's drying that way. So I don't know.
I mean, you put it on kind of...
I did put it on thick. I'm just going to say that. I don't know.
It looks a little better than mine though.
Yeah, yours is okay. Okay, so now we're just waiting for the Colourpop to dry. We really need to cut this part out of me blowing for like 10 minutes.
Don't pass out.
Okay. I mean, it's going to stay on. I'm pretty sure it's going to stay on pretty well. Alright, the Colourpop is not quite dry yet, but I'm going to go ahead and do a swipe test anyway with a Huggies wipe and see how it comes off. This is going to be awesome because I'm going to get the... Okay, so here it is. Now, I don't know if you can tell, but it's still on there. Both of them are still on there, but there is smearage all over my hand, which means that if you're gonna smear your lips after it's dry with something wet, it might go all over your lips, but both of them are like that. It's not just one or the other. They seem to be reacting pretty similarly. It just looks to me like, maybe it's just me, but it just looks to me like the Kylie Jenner one is a little drier, which is weird because I've heard that the Colourpop one is a little more dry. So, yes, that is basically the comparison that we have with Colourpop or Kylie Jenner, in my opinion. You know, just because I don't like spending a lot of money if I don't have to. I would say just buy your Colourpop for $6. I mean, you're literally buying a name. My bottom line is saying, if you want to get a lip liner and you want to get the matte lip cream from Colourpop, it's going to run you $11 versus $30. So it's really up to you, honestly, if you like the colors or if you just feel like spending $30 on this lip kit. It kind of is the same. Yeah. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Again, if you are going to do the tag video, leave all your stuff down below. But until next time, keep calm.
Stay Zainey.
Bye-bye.